the idea that science has refuted some great religious myth is itself a myth. What about the idea of evolution? I must say, as a Christian, if I read the first book of Genesis, it seems clearly asserted that God made the universe and God made life, but the Bible doesn't say how. So it could have been done in one of two ways. God could have decided, I'll do it all by perpetual miracle. I'll create every creature individually, one by one. Or God could have said, I'll be like a clever engineer and make a universe that works by laws. It's kind of like saying, instead of making every car individually, I'll make a factory that produces cars. Either way, there's a reflection of two different ways that God could have done it. He could have done it directly, or he could have done it by law. The Bible doesn't say which way was used, and it seems to me evolution is perfectly compatible with the understanding that God made the laws that produce our world, our natural world, and we who are in fact part of that world. Now, although evolution is often used as a battering ram against Christianity, and it's really only a battering ram against a tiny wing of fundamentalist Christianity, sort of young earth Christianity, the idea that the world is 6,000 years old, and so on. That's a very tiny wing of Christianity, let alone of all religion. One of the things that's very striking to me in the opening statements is how little educated references are made to other religions. For example, the Hindus believe in reincarnation. There's a study at the University of Virginia, it's about 40 years old, of tens of thousands of cases of reported reincarnation that are investigated by researchers who go and talk to people who claim to actually have lived previous lives, often 100 miles or 300 miles from where they are born. Again, this is an empirical question. Are these people lying? I've written critically of this evidence, but it doesn't seem to me that my opponents are even aware of it. For science to refute religion is to have to, at the beginning, show some awareness of what religious claims are, and to be able to actually produce some counter-evidence that these claims are actually false. Nothing like that is even being attempted here. What is being done, rather, is a kind of appeal to prejudice. We all know that those religious people are fools. We all know that they've just made up a bunch of stuff. We all know that the majority of mankind is deluded, and so on. Now, wait a minute. I recognize that beliefs are culture-bound. But this is no less true of scientific beliefs also. Somebody who is born in New Guinea is much less likely, by virtue of that fact, to believe in evolution than someone who's born in New York City.